This article has been updated at 1:35 p.m. on January 29 to note the Alzheimer's Association's funding role in the study of COVID-19 and brain health. During the 1918 influenza pandemic, a different disease began to crop up. The condition, Encephalitis lethargica, led to symptoms like sleep disruption, headache and lethargy. It could progress to drowsiness or even coma in some. Others developed movement problems, like restlessness and tremors. Encephalitis lethargica has been associated with the 1918 flu virus, but whether that virus, either directly or indirectly, led to the neurological condition is still up for debate. Since then, scientists have linked other respiratory viruses, like SARS CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, to neurological symptoms. Early in the pandemic, neurological problems started to appear in a subset of patients. Scientists and physicians were finding signs that the virus could affect the nervous system, in some cases seeing inflammation and vascular issues in the brains of COVID patients. They started asking what this could mean for the long-term brain health of COVID-19 survivors. A team of researchers from around the world came together to track the impacts of COVID-19 on the brain up to a year and a half after infection. This project, the SARS CoV-2 Impact on Behavior and Cognition International Study, will track brain-related outcomes in thousands of COVID-19 survivors in about 40 countries. If you look at past pandemics like the 1918 flu, the SARS pandemic or MERS pandemic, there have been reports following those outbreaks of memory impairment, sleep disruption and some other behavioral issues, said Heather Snyder, Vice President of Medical and Scientific Relations at the Alzheimer's Association, who is part of the global research endeavor. Snyder and her colleagues are concerned that damage to the brain, either directly from the virus or from other consequences of the disease, like lack of oxygen, during the course of COVID-19 could have enduring impacts. A major concern is the possibility that COVID-19 could lead to cognitive decline or increased risk for Alzheimer's disease and other dementia. The idea that SARS CoV-2 could affect the brain in the long term isn't far-fetched. The role of viruses and other pathogens in Alzheimer's disease is still an active area of research, but there's evidence of a connection. For example, herpes simplex virus 1 (HSV1) could be associated with Alzheimer's disease later in life, though it causes minor or no symptoms in most of the 3.7 billion people it infects around the world. A recent study found that in lab-grown brain tissue, known as brain organoids, HSV1 led to the formation of amyloid plaques, a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease in human brains, and triggered the brain cells to produce proteins known to raise the risk of Alzheimer's. Evidence from studies of humans, however, is still inconclusive.